Welcome back to the writing quest. Today we're going to gain another tool for our quest to write a research paper. Let's jump right in. In the last lesson, I compared writing a research paper to slaying a dragon. Luckily for you, you don't have to slay the dragon all at once. You'll be defeating the dragon a scale at a time, or, in other words, you'll be writing your paper one sentence at a time. So, the next thing you need to master in your quest is the sentence. First, it's important to understand the difference between complete and incomplete sentences, which are also called fragments. You've probably learned what a complete sentence is before, but we're going to review the difference because it'll be important for some of the types of sentences you'll be writing. A complete sentence always has a subject, which is a person or thing, and a verb, which is an action. If a sentence does not contain both of these things, it's not a complete sentence. In formal writing, we will only be writing complete sentences, but we need to understand how to use fragments to make different kinds of sentences. This will make sense in a few minutes. So, for example, this is an incomplete sentence. The dragon. There's a subject, but there's no action. We can turn this into a complete sentence by adding an action, something the dragon is doing. So, the dragon breathes fire. That's a complete sentence. The next thing you need to know is that sentences come in different shapes and sizes. When you write, you'll want to use different sentence structures to make your writing less choppy and more interesting. Let me show you what I mean. Which is better? The warriors came to fight the dragon. The dragon wanted to guard its treasure. It attacked the warriors. The warriors ran away afraid. That's okay, but I don't know. It gets the information across, but it's really choppy and kind of boring. So let's look at this one. The warriors came to fight the dragon. The dragon wanted to guard its treasure, therefore it attacked the warriors. Afraid, the warriors ran away. That's a lot more exciting, right? And it flows a lot better. So, if we want to make our writing better, what kinds of sentences can we use? I'm going to give you a few examples that'll help to make your writing flow better. A simple sentence is the easiest kind of sentence to make. It's a basic complete sentence made of a subject followed by an action, like we talked about before. So, another example of this. The princess found the treasure. The princess is your subject. Found is your action. The princess found the treasure. Compound sentences are made of two simple sentences, usually joined by and, but, or. This is another really common type of sentence that you've probably written before. For example, the princess found the treasure and the dragon was guarding it. The princess found the treasure is a complete sentence. The dragon was guarding it is a complete sentence, and they're joined by and a comma. Complex sentences are a little bit trickier, but they're really not so bad once you get used to them. Complex sentences have one complete sentence combined with one or more fragments. See what I was talking about earlier? You will be using fragments to make complete sentences complex. So, let's look at this. The princess found the treasure, even though it was hidden in a cavern. Even though it was hidden in a cavern is not a sentence, right? It does have, it's just not a complete thought. But if you combine that partial thought with the complete sentence, the princess found the treasure, it makes a complex sentence. As you practice this, it'll make much more sense. Now, these ones are really, really tricky and kind of a challenge, but they're kind of a bonus sentence. Complex compound sentences are a combination of a compound and complex sentence to create even more complexity. Cue evil laugh. So, the princess found the treasure, even though it was hidden in a cavern, and the dragon was guarding it. So this one really makes kind of long sentences, but it's a good way to break up. If you use a lot of simple sentences, you can throw this in there, and it really makes the flow much better, especially with related ideas. This sentence kind of tells a story, doesn't it? So, there you go. As you use these different kinds of sentences, you'll be able to make your writing a lot more interesting, both for you and for the reader. So you can use a combination of these sentences to make your writing more interesting. Now it's your turn. In your document for lesson 2, write 3 different kinds of sentences. You can choose either simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, or if you really want to challenge yourself, you can use compound complex sentences, but you just have to choose 3. Thanks, guys. See you next week.